Okay. All right. I I have no idea what to expect. I'm gonna be honest with you. But we are here to torture ourselves because the Columbus Blue Jackets. For all of you other fans out there, for any other team, congratulations. Enjoy yourself. Because I am going to lose my mind. And someone is now calling me. I have no idea what that was. But yeah, pain and suffering is coming my way as a Columbus Blue Jackets fan, and I just need to hope that we get something. I mean, come on, man. We had a good chance at getting #1 overall. Didn't happen. All right, that's cool. Well, why don't we get the #2 overall? No, we get jumped by team who's expected to get the #3 overall with less odds. So now here we are at #3 overall, and pain and suffering because we have to wait for Anaheim to pick, because we all know who Chicago's going to get. Chicago's going to get Bedard. We already know. If he doesn't go to Chicago, I don't care if there's, like, you know, personal issues with the guy, or if he's got something that Shane Wright, you know, there was the reason why Shane Wright dropped or something like that. I do not care. I do not care. You draft him. You can fix those issues by totally sending him to Ohio. Matvei Michkov, yeah. He is going to be crazy for Russia, too. But, man, yeah. Thanks for all the work you do. Do a great job. Keep up the good work. I'm hoping for Fantilli or Carlsson, but I feel like it's going to be Smith. It better be Fantilli or Carlsson. That's just my opinion. Smith is good. All right. Michkov is good. But, man, I really think you got to go with an established guy. I mean, Carlsson carried Sweden in the juniors, and Fantilli has been doing really well in general. I mean, it's just, man, hopefully you don't get roasted. Well, you got Riley Smith. You're fine. You got a good player. I know it's a cap dump, but, like, he'll be a good supporting cast for you all. All right. What I am going to do, at least eventually, is I am going to put on the audio whenever they are actually drafting. We are not doing these stupid little hype-ups because, to be quite honest with you, I do not care. I already know for the most part if people exist, what people kind of exist. We're going to turn that off so that my ears don't die. Feel free, by the way, to share my pain, as it is going to happen. We already know. I mean, it's just, we can't get any good things whatsoever. And so feel free to share my pain with other people, because realistically speaking, we all know it's coming. I have no expectation. You know what Columbus would do? You know what we would do? Just in spite of our own fans, and this is when we would officially say goodbye, Jarmo Kekalainen. We don't even draft anybody that I have mentioned. We draft this unknown player who is not even expected to go top 20. Like, it's just... Man. Do these draft picks play right away, or is it like baseball where they won't play for years? It really depends upon the talent. So if you're not really that good, you get to play in the farm system. So be comparable to like AAA ball or AA ball. But if you are good enough, which there's going to be a couple here in the top 5 that are probably going to make an immediate impact. There's Connor Bedard. He definitely looks like he's shitting bricks, I'll tell you what. Oh boy. How do you roast a penguin? Send him to a zoo so Boston can throw bang. That sounds about right. Typical Canucks Stork. What's up? Nice to see you again. Reports of the Flyers are all in on Leonard. Really? Huh. I mean, I know you guys need help in general, actually. To be honest with you. Which, speaking of the Flyers, all right, as a Jackets fan, I haven't really talked about a whole lot of stuff that the Jackets have done. I haven't really made a video. I might eventually do stuff like that if the Jackets continue to make these weird-ass decisions. I mean, I understand them, but I mean, they're just kind of weird. Trading for Ivan Provorov, I understand why, and, you know, sure, but it's just, to me, it seems like a lot of money. I know we are flipping some picks, including the Kings' first rounder that we traded away with Gavrikov and Korpisalo for. But something kind of rubs me the wrong way when you trade a first and a second, right, for a player. Now, I get retain 50% salary. You basically got a guy for like $4.5 million, so a little over $4.5 million to play decent minutes. And we've got good defense even without Provorov, and even before we got Severson. It's just everyone was injured, realistically speaking. But and then we got Severson, and I actually like Severson. I really do. I'm not sure if he's going to play top minutes. Honestly, he shouldn't. But listen, we've got a good defensive core now. And we've got good defensive prospects. I think Provorov and I think Severson, although Severson we signed for like forever. I think Provorov is going to be a nice bridge. I think Gobranson's going to be a nice bridge. Although Gobranson sucks in general. But I think they're going to be nice bridges for our prospects to kind of step up and, you know, be who we think they are. All Columbus needs is stable goaltending. And I am not sure Elvis Merzlikins is the answer. I've been unsure for the past 2 years. I think just because you're a rookie and just because you play all well doesn't mean that you're going to play well for the rest of your career. You got to continue to maintain that high-octane prowess. And, you know, we see what Binnington has done over in St. Louis. His first year, sure, he won a cup. That's nice. What has he done as of recent? He's bitched and moaned, and he has became a liability. I'm not saying Merzlikins is a complete liability, but when you have the worst stats and the worst WAR in all of the NHL for hockey, or at least around it, it's terrible. Columbus gets Connor Hellebuck. I hope they do, because Connor Hellebuck would solve all of our issues. But I'm going to be honest with you, he's not going to want to come to Columbus. I don't think he's going to be traded to Columbus. I don't see it. But if we get Connor Hellebuck, this entire organization will be turned around immediately. It'll be an immediate impact. So that's the thing. What would a big funny Columbus trade up to Bedard and then trades Bedard for the number 30 and then grabs a future pick and some AHL play? You know, you gotta expect that. You have to, because Columbus can never. It's just our management can be so good and so bad at the same exact time. All right, and when I mean so good, you gotta admit, getting Johnny Gaudreau is a great move. All right, anyone would want Johnny Gaudreau on your team. But we're also the same exact people that would sign players like Eric Gabranson for a decent term deal for $4 million annual average, and then grab some other players that would barely even be NHLers. Like, it's just, no. We had Jonathan Quick, and then we traded him away because he didn't want to be in Columbus. He's going to be in the Columbus Hall of Fame as the best goaltender, I'll tell you what. So, by the way, I also want to say this. So, if Columbus dies out, I am going to be wearing my former hockey team's jersey that I cheered for when I was younger. So, give me a second. I will be wearing the retro, not the retro, but like the old original Washington Capitals jersey with the Screaming Eagle. This is the old original one. This is not the reverse retros. This is the original retro jersey of the Washington Capitals. I will be wearing that if Columbus decides to fucking fuck me. Because I am not okay. I am not okay. Shut up, Butchergross. Alright, here is Gary Bettman, who, screw him. I'm not going to say anything, by the way, about, Chicago getting the draft rigged for them as an original six. I'm not going to say that anymore. Although, as much as I still believe that it is totally rigged, we're not going to do that. Here's Gary Bettman, as I said. He's walking out to the stage. He's considering the following. Look at this man. He totally... Why is he clapping? He's pointing to the other guy. Who cares? Boo!
Arena. And welcome to the many more watching around the world. Welcome to the 2023 Upper Deck NHL Draft. 2 nights ago in this building, we honored the very best of the spectacular 2022-23 NHL season at the NHL Awards. Tonight and tomorrow, we celebrate the future of our clubs. So that means we'll have had 2 major NHL events within 4 days in Nashville. This city also has hosted a previous draft, and within the last 7 years, an All-Star game, a Stadium Series game, and a Stanley Cup final.
Who cares, Gary? Get to the point.
There should be no doubt that Nashville loves and supports NHL hockey. So thank you.
Great job for sucking off the fans.
And with the wonderful history of the Predators, it is worth noting that no one has done more over the last 26 years to build this model franchise and the city of Nashville into a destination hockey market than David Poile. David, as this is your 26th and final draft as general manager of the Predators, your 40th draft as an NHL general manager, the league and the Preds want to honor you on this special occasion. And to do so, I'm enlisting the help of a couple of your best all-time draft picks. The 38th overall pick in the 2008 draft and current captain of the Predators, Roman Josi, and an all-time gem, the Preds' 8th-round pick in 2004, and franchise icon Pekka Rinne.
David, as a thank you, we want to present you this guitar from Gibson. So thank you, Gibson. Just want to say thank you for everything you've done for the NHL, but especially for Nashville. You're the reason this place is called Smashville. So from the bottom of our heart, thank you very much, and we hope you enjoy retirement.
Roman and Pekka, thank you for your wonderful gift. It's beautiful. And Gary, thank you for the kind words in your introduction. In 1997, I came here with the goal and the vision to make Nashville a successful hockey city. A general manager is only good as the people around him, and I've been very fortunate to work with many great people on and off the ice who have shared my goals and vision. Thank you to every one of my colleagues, past and present, and thank you to the Smashville's great fans for making Nashville one of the most successful and passionate cities in the National Hockey League. And as I pass the torch to Barry Trotz, I am very confident that the best is yet to come for the Nashville Predators. May this year's draft class enjoy great success. Good luck to all the players and all the teams. Nashville, thank you for the greatest 26 years in my hockey career.
Thank you, Roman and Pekka. David, congratulations, and it's time to get to work. You can do better than that.
No one cares.
Now you're talking. The first pick in the 2023 NHL Draft belongs to the Chicago Blackhawks. Chicago, you're on the clock.
Wow, what a response from these Blackhawk fans. But first of all, I always find it humorous that Gary Bettman fought to bring hockey to places like Nashville more than any other human, and he gets booed when he comes to these cities. But meanwhile, listen to these Blackhawk fans. Let's go Hawks. Oh, yeah. They are on the clock, and they are about to. Of course, we were there for draft lottery night.
I hate it.
Nate, do you want cookies?
So much
No.
Okay.
Now it's here.
Thanks for knocking and then not waiting for me to tell you to come inside.
Their transcendence from where they are now.
Alright, we're gonna turn that off. So, Bedard, we already know is going. We already know it is going to happen. But I mean, my God. There's Kyle Davidson. Austin Matthews was spotted with his agent in Chicago. It ain't happening. There's no way. The pick is in. We already know it's going to be Connor Bedard. We already know. Man. All right, here we go.
Chicago
Chicago Blackhawks would first like to recognize the incredible career of David Poile and congratulate him on his retirement. We'd also like to congratulate the Vegas Golden Knights on their Stanley Cup championship. And we'd like to say hi to all of the Blackhawks fans back in Chicago at the Salt Shed, the Blackhawks fans here tonight, and all the Blackhawks fans watching around the world. And with the first overall selection in the 2023 NHL Draft, the Chicago Blackhawks are very proud to select from the Regina Pats, the Western Hockey League, Connor Bedard.
There's Dad, who let him play hockey in the kitchen and the living room because you can't build a...
There's Connor Bedard.
Vancouver, where he grew up, like other Canadian provinces. And of course, there's his mother, who saw a lot of things get broken in her house. Picture frames, vases, whatever it was. But the dream is now a reality. He'll make his NHL debut on ESPN. October the 10th, a Tuesday opening night, part of our triple header coverage. Game 2 in Pittsburgh against Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. His skill set might be a little different as a player, Brian Boucher. He's more of a shooter. He's a finisher. He's going to pump in eventually 40, 50, 60, maybe 70 goals in his career. But like Sidney Crosby, he's a guy you build a franchise around.
He is. This guy is, look, he's had all eyes on him forever.
Sheesh. Well, we know. Man. To think we are that close to getting Bedard in Columbus. Well, I'm okay with either Fantilli or Carlsson. Fantilli or Carlsson is what I want. Smith, it's okay. Don't even... Michkov, sure. It can't be anyone else than that, though. We need a center. We need someone badly. Pray to the Lord. Man. And to think that... God, I just can't help but think. The what ifs. Just a reminder, the Columbus Blue Jackets have never won a draft lottery in the entire existence, and yet they still have next to the highest, if not the highest, expected draft lottery wins in all of the NHL. What a realization! Great job, Emily. Man. All right, well, here we go. Yeesh. Why did she move the microphone in front? Ducks are still on the clock. They still have a minute. What in the hell? Have the Ducks not made a pick yet? You would think that they would because, you know, Bedard is kind of guaranteed to go to the Chicago. Why? Why have they not made a pick yet? Oh, now they're moving up. Yeah, it looks like they've made a pick now. All right, well, who will Anaheim take? All right, here we go.
We would like to welcome all our fans watching at our draft party at Brewery.
What does he look like?
The first selection.
Big nerd.
Select from Orebro, SHL, Leo Carlsson.
Big
Leo Carlsson.
6'3", can see the ice well. He can dangle the D as well. Number 1 ranked international skater.
There you go.
He's got hands. He's got smarts. And this looks like, we talked about it, Brian Boucher, maybe the lowest floor.
The Jackets are probably going to take Fantilli then. I am okay with that.
And that's the thing that stands out to me. I think this kid has so much growth still in him, right? I mean, when you watch him play, maybe the one thing
When you watch him play, why is every single person in the ESPN group just voice cracking all over the place? I'm not saying I don't do that either, but like everyone sounds like they are having difficulties here.
They didn't have him as a center. He was playing as a wing, and he still delivered in the point department, and he had a strong playoff, 9 points in 13 playoff games. This guy is going to be a really good NHL pro. He's going to play for a long time, and as you mentioned, the floor, I think we're only going to see
well,
what we see right now.
And very selfish.
Fantilli is going to be...
I think this is a great pick. I mean, Pierre-Luc Dubois.
This is going to be fun.
Which we saw how much he
Pierre-Luc...
got paid this week.
What? Why are you comparing him to Pierre-Luc Dubois? Get him out of here. Go away. All right, I'm okay with Fantilli going to Columbus. I am very much so okay with this.
Are a similar type of player playing in the SHL with men. You know he'll translate to an NHL style hockey.
You may or may not be a Blackhawks fan. Well, lucky you. I hope you feel so much better about winning the draft lottery and getting Bedard. Frickin'. God. In the life a bitch. But Fantilli, I'm actually... Fantilli's right in front of us. If we don't pick Fantilli, I might uninstall life. You have to take Adam Fantilli. You have to do it.
But I got to get a quick note in here because the hockey community is a small one. I want to send best wishes.
You don't draft goaltender at 3. You have to trade back in order to do that. And we've already said that we're drafting a center. Unless if Yarmo just decided to lie to the entire fan base, then you know what? Off with your head. You are getting the guillotine in the middle of Nationwide Arena. It's going to happen. Right next to the giant Nationwide building, you have Nationwide Arena. You are getting your head chopped off. Off.
Leo, you just got picked 2nd overall in the NHL draft. Were you surprised when they called your name?
A little bit. I mean, I had no feels, but a bit surprised, but super blessed.
Growing up, who did you model your game after?
I mean, sitting across was the guy, for sure. Watched him on some highlights.
He's got some good English for being a Swede.
Very often, but what will it be like when you finally get to play him?
That's gonna be amazing. I mean, as I said, grew up highlights, and yeah, it's gonna be
Kind of surprised he spoke English that well. All right. Fantilli is right there in front of us. Please. Please. Pretty please. Oh, boy. Pretty please. All right. No, we're not getting a goalie. You have to trade down in order to get a goalie. Even Yarmo knows that. It ain't happening.
I would say real healthy debate on which player, obviously to take, and I think in the end we were really intrigued with his hockey IQ, his creativity. Obviously he's got really good size, and probably what I loved about him is is really his two-way game, and I think there's a potential for him to be a dominant player at both ends of the ice.
What can we expect for him? How will he fit into your team next season?
Well, we're going to go through that process because obviously he's able to go back to he can go back to Sweden. He can go play junior. There's lots of things that he can play at the World Junior Championship. So we're going to go through the process. We're going to start with going for development camp, and then once we get through that, then there'll be a summer-long discussion.
Thanks, Pat.
Okay, my pleasure.
Richie?
Columbus is next. I don't think they thought Adam Fantilli would be here. They were really high on Will Smith.
All right, the pick is in.
They were going to take Will Smith. I told someone in the San Jose organization, I hear Columbus is taking Will Smith. He said they'd be dumb not to. But now suddenly Fantilli's there from the state up north in Michigan. So what are the Columbus Blue Jackets going to do? Is it going to be Will Smith? or is it going to be Adam Fantilli?
Don't pick Will Smith. Pick Fantilli.
Decision, and the decision is in.
All right. Please.
Thank you, Nashville. We appreciate the great time you've shown us all. Congratulations, Vegas. To a hockey lifer and a good friend, David Poyle, again, congratulations. Good man. Our fans back in Columbus, they're called the Fifth Line. They are at Pins in Easton. Have a party, gang. We appreciate y'all. To make our pick, I'd like to invite our general manager, Jarmo Kekalainen.
Please.
Blue Jackets are proud to select from University of Michigan.
Yes!
Adam Fantilli.
Let's go! Let's go! We got Fantilli!
Of Ohio. They'll learn to love
Woo!
in the 614 because you're a grown man. 6'2", 190.
We did it! Oh my god!
He shoots it. He can fly. He can power a line. More of a shooter than Eichel. This guy's going to fill up the nets as well as play a 200-foot game along the wall.
Oh my god.
Close, big Italian family.
I so thought that Fantilli was gonna be number 2 in the
But man, this is
in the draft lottery.
Columbus thought would be there. This is the center they've been waiting for, Brian Boucher.
I like Fantilli, and you know what I like about him is he's
Oh,
a little bit
crap.
quicker than Carlsson right now. He may already be developed. What you see is what you get right there. He's a young man already, but he can play on the walls. He can get inside. He's got a powerful stride. I just personally like bigger centermen. I think that's how you win. Guys that can skate. You talked about the Vegas Golden Knights. You got to have size, but you got to be able to skate as well. I think he can do it. He's just going right down the road from Michigan down to Columbus. This is a great pick for the Columbus Blue Jackets. And you know what? Playing in the World Championship is big for him in the spring. That was a very good experience for him because it was a slow start for him at the World Juniors, but he finished strong at the World Juniors. Really impressed with this young man.
What does he have that you like, Megan Jacob?
That goal in the World Championships, to piggyback on that, was incredible. I think it kind of dispelled that he couldn't play at an NHL level already. And I talked to Brandon Naurato, his coach at the University of Michigan. He said earlier in the year he was trying to beat people with his hands and really learned to use his body to shield on the wall. That translates very well into the NHL. Solid pick
It's
for Columbus.
not
Running up there to get
over.
The Buckeye State. That's where he's going. Listen, this guy to me is going to be turning on the cannon a lot. You know the cannon there, Nationwide Arena?
Boom, boom.
Yeah, and I want to see more of that cannon crew there in Columbus. It's a great city. It's a great area, great market. And I think in him, they're getting a guy that is a big body, Hobie Baker winner, asserts himself against defensive players. You can see the tears in the eyes of his dad.
Yeah.
I spoke to the Hughes family earlier today, both Hughes parents. They were raving. They've got 3 kids that are studs. They were raving about him. That tells you a lot right there.
Joins Owen Power and Matty Beniers as the only top 3 from Michigan. I got a feeling he's going to be in Columbus this season and play right away. His dad coached him hard.
I am shocked.
You're going to learn to play the right way, and he's rewarded tonight as his son is taken by the Columbus Blue Jackets. He's a Canadian kid, but again, played college hockey last year, took his team to the Frozen Four. He won the Hobie Baker as the best college player in America. And so Columbus gets that franchise center we talked about. They spent 8 first-round picks on centers in franchise history, 5 in the top 10. They've yet to hit a home run, Brian Boucher. They hope this is an upper deck blast and Adam Fantilli.
I think this will hit. This will be the one that hits. And as I mentioned before, you know, sometimes you get a center and they're a little undersized and maybe, you know, there's some question marks long-term for them. When I watch Fantilli and the size that he has and the
He's 6'2", 195. Yeah.
To me, that is telling. I think that screams longevity, and he's obviously got the finish that he proved at college. 65 points as a freshman in college as an 18.
Wow.
Not easy to do.
30 goals. Okay. You're playing against
there
man
it is.
every night.
Very difficult to do, and what he did. And now listen, Michigan was a very talented team, but obviously he's a guy that, when you look at Eichel's numbers, I think we're looking at, you know, a similar trajectory for Fantilli in that space.
And a similar type player to Jack Eichel as well. Stanley Cup champ, Jack Eichel, I might add, with the Vegas Golden Knights.
And he's already 18. He'll be 19 in October. So those years can make a little difference when you make that decision. Do I go to college for one more year, turn pro in March, and show up then, or do I turn pro right away and begin collecting. Well, welcome in again, John Butchergarth, Brian Boucher, Megan Chaika, Kevin.
I am happy.
Wait for Adam Fantilli to join.
I'm not too happy about Mike Babcock, but I am happy.
So she talks to these guys. She said she's just
Hopefully, if Babcock can establish a good culture, then sure. But
that really wanted to play for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Great nugget. And I think you'll see him here this fall.
Let me give you one take.
Sure.
This is one thing I love. When you're playing for at the World Championships as a young player, you often defer. Why? You got established NHL veterans. This guy wanted the puck on his tape for Team Canada and had that huge goal at the men's Worlds coming out of college hockey. Meg, take it away.
Beautiful. And I also think in our data, he's scoring on set goaltenders. So he's not only able to create, dish to his teammates, but he can shoot it like anyone and like an NHL veteran. So look for him to score for Columbus too, which they desperately need right now.
Yeah, we had him at, again, he made the Frozen Four, and he had a one-time blast on the power play, which was impressive. He is with Emily Kaplan.
Adam, you are a Michigan man going to Columbus, Ohio. What do you want the Buckeyes to know about you?
I'm super excited. Obviously, you guys have a lot of Michigan men there already, and they're doing tremendous things for the team, so hopefully I can have somewhat of an impact like them.
You have 125 people here. We just saw one of them, your dad, tearing up. Who are all these people, and what do they mean to you?
who are all?
These are my best friends. This is my family. These are my coaches, my teammates, everybody that's helped me get to where I'm at, and them being here and taking time out of their schedules and spending the money on the flights and the hotels, it means the world to me. I'm so grateful.
Well, congratulations, Adam. Thank you.
Congratulations.
So here come the Sharks now. Will Smith is there. There's been a lot of mystery about.
Here's the Sharks. They're probably gonna get Will Smith. We already know.
Again, I know
If not, it's Michkov, but
the kid is going to Boston College to play for Greg Brown, the Massachusetts native. Let's see if his name is called next.
man.
4th overall by the San Jose Sharks.
Thank you, Nashville. You guys
Here's the Sharks.
really enjoyed
Now this is gonna get really interesting here. I'm gonna be honest.
Congratulations to David Poyle. Great career managing. You know, someone who's been great to me and helped mentor me through along my first year. Also like to congratulate Vegas Golden Knights on the Cup win, George McPhee and Kelly McCrimmon. And like to say hello and thank you to our fans watching.
All right. Well, I'm happy.
And at the SAP Center tonight. To make our pick is Sharks legend, NHL all-time games played.
I can't believe we got Fantilli. I really can't. Yeah, WHL. Bedard is just good. I'm sorry, he's very good.
Overall, the San Jose Sharks
Patrick Marleau.
Will Smith.
There's Will Smith.
Not a surprise. This is a high-octane center iceman. So the BU Terrier, Mike Greer, who played his college hockey at BU, takes the kid going to BC to play this fall. Only Jack Hughes scored more points at the U.S. National Team Development Program. This guy's really electric, Brian Boucher. They got a good one here.
He is. And Mike Greer, you know, being in the Boston area before he went to San Jose, was very much around the youth hockey circles. And he knows Will Smith very, very well. He's seen him play a lot, so there has to be a real comfortability.
Why are they playing the Philadelphia song when he's going to San Jose? That doesn't make any sense.
You could argue that his line,
Like, listen to the background.
with Gabe Perreault and Ryan Leonard at the U.S. program.
I guess it's because of Fresh Prince, Will Smith.
This is a real talented player.
And all
I guess.
Going to Boston
And they're
College.
all going to Boston College.
I guess.
San Jose is a long way away from it. You could probably be a little
Toast,
bit
what's up? Nice to see you.
you know, with this player, but I think it's a great pick. And we didn't know how it was going to shake out, but I know that they got a really talented player in Will Smith, the Sharks did.
And we'll hear his wingers announced very soon. Leonard will go first, and then Perreault will go soon after that. So again, those three players all going to Boston College this fall. And so, Megan Chaika, third time 4 straight centers go at the top of the draft. Happened in 1981, happened in 2015. We said coming in, this is a strong center ice draft. What does this guy bring to the table?
You're rebuilding when you're looking at centers, right? You're stocking the cupboards, and Will Smith brings a lot of vision, the ability to see the ice and passing lanes that others don't, and he actually has the skill to complete those passes, moves the puck into dangerous areas. He's a lot like an NHL comparable Sebastian Aho. excellent.
Yeah, I gotta thank the Ducks. I gotta thank the Ducks.
Playmaking vision. That's Will Smith's calling card.
I spoke to his agent the last couple days.
Man,
On the phone with his agent, one of them, both of them actually today.
I am
Got
happy.
off the phone when I said, "Tell me more about him." They just found more and more, and they said integrity. Very seldom do you hear that.
Yeah.
Yes, the skill set. Yes, the ability to beat people off the rush and generate offense. But integrity, they said, and the reason why they said that, I asked why. They said because this is a guy that plays the game the right way, that believes in himself, believes in his teammates, unselfish.
The Reds are pulling a Falcons right now. It's only the first quarter, or not the first quarter. You guys got me stuck with football. It's only the first inning. Although the Orioles, my Orioles are doing stuff, so gotta enjoy that. But man, life does. It looks like it might be turning around. All right, so now the real question is, chat, do I wear the Capitals jersey anyways? Or do I stick with the Columbus Blue Jackets jersey?
Going to Boston College, another Eagle, so great stuff.
I'll let you guys say in the chat whether I should wear the retro Capitals jersey.
Well, we're all talking about it. You got the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air theme song when you walk up there. Why'd you choose him? What was going through your mind when you put on that jersey?
I mean, I feel like I kind of had to. I mean, the name. I mean, I'm trying to own it, and I mean, I love the song too.
Can you sing it for us?
Right now on camera.
Why not? CSPN, let's go.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised, where the playground is where I spent most of my days, chilling out, relaxing.
What the fuck?
D-ball outside of school.
That's incredible. It might be more impressive than you're playing school, but I know you are an impressive player. So tell me, who'd you grow up modeling your game after?
Yeah, I mean, I love Patrick.
Why does Emily just move the mic?
I love them.
Awesome. And your two line mates at the U.S. program are Ryan Leonard and Gabe Perreault. We should see them here tonight get called. You're about to be line mates also at Boston College. What's it going to be like, and what are your expectations for them tonight?
Yeah, I mean, those are my brothers. I love those two guys, and I mean, we also got Morrissey in the crowd too. So, I mean, they're the best. I love hanging out with them. I love playing with them, and I can't wait to hear the name called.
You just wrapped on national TV. You're an incredible sport. Thank you, Will. Congratulations.
Really well done. Says a lot about
Jesus.
personality. Morrissey is Oliver Moore, another electric skater. We'll hear his name as well, part of this U.S. program. And Brian, you're
Oh,
well aware of this U.S. development program.
Montreal traded up.
For some fans who are unaware, and why is it a good route to go when you're a young, talented hockey player?
Well, I think, you know, the top players,
Montreal
and, you know, these kids
traded up
players in their own
2 spots.
and they get to go for 2 years and
Oh shit.
train together, practice together, push one another. You know, it's a bunch of alpha dogs in the same place, and in the end, they push each other. And it's they've had tremendous success in developing not only players, but I think quality human beings that are
Montreal traded up.
to their teams in the National Hockey League, and this is going to be another good one in Will Smith.
All right, so Montreal, a lot of intrigue around the Montreal pick.
Why is this not updating?
Someone trying to move up. They figured the first 2 players who were taken were going to be taken, 1 through 4. Weren't sure of the orders. They probably know who they're taking here, Megan.
I would think so, but I also think this is a decision that you're looking at a couple times. I mean, there's Michkov, rumored to be going to Montreal possibly, but still we have good players on the board that you maybe think have a bit less downside risk too. So I could see them going a variety of
There you go.
Haven't won a cup since '93. Picked in the top 5 now in consecutive drafts for the first time since.
That should be better, shouldn't it? Something you'll never get used to? Listen, this is where I can relax a little bit.
By congratulating the Vegas Golden Knights.
Screw you, Canadians.
Also like to wish David Poyle all the best in retirement. J'aimerais saluer nos partisans à Montréal et autour du monde. On apprécie votre passion. To make our selection, I will invite up our former 5th overall in 2005, Carey Price.
Bonsoir. The Canadiens de Montreal are proud to select David.
Carey Price. What the fuck?
We planned it that way. David Reinbacher.
So David Reinbacher, that was the player many people thought they would take. He's a big right-handed shooting defenseman.
Carrie, what the
6'2", 225.
What the fuck?
Why is he the first defenseman off the board tonight?
When you're looking at picking that defenseman, you're thinking someone's going to pick
Lisa, what's up? Welcome to stream. Welcome to an unfiltered stream of mine.
plays on exit, distributes the puck with good timing and teammates.
Oh boy.
Good first pass and exits the zone well. He's Austrian as well, so he actually committed to playing in Switzerland. I talked with some of his coaches that said he's an excellent person, not just hockey player, trains well. He's a big kid who skates well, combined with a great skill set. And maybe compared to Sider, although Sider's a little tougher and meaner, his coach said he actually thinks David has a higher threshold to get to. So solid defenseman, a little higher than I would expect. But
That's pretty cool.
one on my list.
Second Austrian taken in the top 5, Thomas Vakuum, that former Predator in 2003.
Well, here's my thing that I would tell you this. With him, now the D is open for the defenseman now. And Reinbacher, because I wasn't sure if it was going to be Simashev here,
right?
And it goes with Reinbacher, but Montreal's had a history of having European-born players. Certainly in the last 30 years, they've had a lot of European-born players that have flourished in Montreal. Montreal has kind of that international culture boost, and I think this is a nice piece to add to their blue line, which is very impressive right now.
Right shot D-man, good size. You can see he can move. He was able to close on players quickly with his feet. Maybe not overly nasty, but I think there's a smarts to his game, playing a pro game in the Swiss League. The Swiss League's a good league.
Very good.
It's
very skilled.
It's a good league, and for a big guy like that,
Got a big back.
Yeah,
I'm big on big backs, Boosh.
Yeah,
Man.
You can carry a lot of people on those backs, Bucci.
Along the wall.
A good
Sounds good, Toast.
Look, I think there's a lot of D in this draft.
Thanks, April. I appreciate it.
Simashev, as you mentioned, maybe has a little bit more bite to his game, but in a lot of people that I talked to, they felt like Reinbacher was the guy that was.
Yeah, go ahead and eat dinner. This is just me reacting to hockey. So I'll refresh the page there.
Michkov, the talented Russian, many think is the second best player in this draft, but because of obviously geopolitical reasons, the 3-year KHL contract, he's not available right away. He is still on the board. 5 picks in of the 2023 NHL draft. Dreams are coming true. The Arizona Coyotes, first of 2 number 1 picks. The Coyotes on the clock. They'll make their selection next on ESPN.
Oh, the Orioles did stuff. Man. So the Orioles are trying to perform some Orioles magic. Trying. We don't want to hear any of these little ads that they have. We don't really care. Oh, jeez, Orioles. That's a called strike. In-play runs. Yeah, Gibson is dying. The Orioles need help. The Orioles need help. Singles on a ground ball to right fielder Anthony Santander. Deflected by Adam Freight. Yeah, listen, I'm sorry. We need help in Baltimore. We need good pitching. Gibby is not being good at all. In play, no. Do the Orioles want to win today? Do they want to win? Singles on a sharp line drive. That's not how that works. That's a double. And single if he goes to... Yeah. In play... Grounds out to Gunnar Henderson. Friedel scores. So now it's 5-1. Can my Baltimore Orioles do something correctly? So, by the way, if you guys didn't know, Dubois got traded. Former Jackets legend. So that's pretty cool. Here is the Arizona Coyotes.
The Arizona Coyotes with the 6th overall selection of this draft.
On behalf of the Arizona Coyotes, we'd like to congratulate the Vegas Knights on winning the Stanley Cup. We'd also like to thank the Nashville Predators and their amazing fans for hosting us this week. And to all of our fans in Arizona at Wasted Grain in Scottsdale, go Yotes. And to make our selection, I'd like to invite Ryan Janikowski.
Gotta say the burgundy is pretty nice.
Coyotes are proud to select from Lokomotiv Yaroslavl Dmitry Simashev.
Weeksy, that's your boy, Simashev.
Wow.
Shocked. What? Me? That's right.
Get up there.
I'll tell you one thing right now. Some people have him as being the best D in the draft. This is a huge pick by the Arizona Coyotes. And keep in mind the fact that their stud defenseman Jacob Chikrin's no longer there. He's in Ottawa. Keep also in mind the fact that the offensive defenseman and Shane Gostisbehere is no longer there. Ekman Larsson's no longer there. So there's a big back.
All right, well, Philly's now on the clock, but Dmitry Simashev. Good Hey, Arizona has no defense, so they do need a defenseman.
Still a bit of a surprise. Puck carrying, when in possession, Simashev is great to exit and entry the zone. Ability to create in transition too. He's, a good core piece. I'm just a bit surprised without really kicking the tires on Michkov that they're leaving him on the board.
6'4", 198 now. He's probably going to be one of those 6'4", 215 beats again.
Interesting.
That's a big boy. His vest is too small. That's how big he is.
Gibson, can you do something, please?
Right there. It looks like he's got some skill.
He does, yeah. Got some offense.
I think the one thing that you hear is people wonder if there's offense to his game. But one thing that is apparent to me is his size and the fact that he competes, he finishes. And to me, I like defensemen like that. Those guys are hard to play against.
I agree, Boosh, and I'm going to echo this. He also only has a 2-year deal back in the KHL.
Okay.
I'm told from sources, not a 3-year deal. That's a big swing because in the event that it's a 3-year deal, what happens if they want to retain you? I think that's part of the challenge right now
With Michkov?
Yeah. That's part of the challenge. So Simashev is a rangy defenseman, closes
Singles on a line drive. Yeah. Pull out Gibson. Gibson's just ass.
really good value pick for them right there.
He's a big chess player. He plays like 1 to 2 times every day to improve his IQ. That's why he does it. Played 18 KHL games last year. Won a bronze medal with Team Russia at the 2022 European Youth Olympic Winter Festival. So it's Dmitry Simashev going to the Arizona Coyotes, who again picked 12. They're going to get a real good player at 12 as well. Again, for this franchise in flux, they don't have an arena deal. And so their future in Arizona is still in doubt. They're confident they're going to find somebody and a place to play soon. And we'll see if that announcement comes this summer. The 2023 NHL Draft, best available players left according to our Megan Chaika. Arizona, last time they took a D-man in the top 10, Oliver Ekman Larsson, who's out there in the world again. The Flyers on the clock when we return.
Man.
The fate of the world depends on you.
They're going rogue.
Man. All right. Well, I'm interested to see what Philly does. I know Washington should get Michkov. They really should. All right, the Orioles are back up. They have managed to They've managed to stop the bleeding. That's what they have done. So Votto flies out. Now it's Rutschman, Santander, and O'Hearn. God. This is a huge moment for the Washington Capitals. Here's the Flyers, guys. All right. Here's Keith Jones. Daniel Briere. Yep, there's Michkov. He is going to Philly. You wanted Leonard? Leonard? Michkov is the right answer. Michkov is the right answer in this. Santander strikes out. That's nice. Matvei Michkov. Watch just got issued. Yeah, severe thunderstorm watch. Here comes the Washington Capitals. Hmm. So here's the Washington Capitals. It's Brian McClellan. Ryan Leonard. That's pretty funny. Yeesh. That's pretty funny. What are you? Man. Gibby is striking people out? What the hell? He actually does that lately? Man. What time does the draft end? Because I basically now found the players that I enjoy, and I don't really care, or the teams that I enjoy, and I don't really care about anyone else. True facts. Because once you're past pick 16, you're pretty bleh. Yeah, congrats on getting Michkov. Michkov is very good. Red Wings. Stevie Wise. Come in.
You got your man, Adam Fantilli.
I did. I'm pretty happy. Phillies legend Kyle Gibson. He was doing so well for us in the beginning of the season. Now he's just kind of being an idiot. Alright, he didn't give up a run in the third. We're fine. I'm just kidding. Who knows if we're fine. So now it's Hayes, Henderson, and Hicks. Stevie Wise.
Danielson.
Nate Danielson.
Yeah.
6 feet, 186. Led the Brandon Wheat Kings in goals, assists, and points. 33 goals in 68 games. What do you like about Nate Danielson's game?
Well, he's a well-rounded player from what I see. Brandon team wasn't all that strong that he played on, so that could have hurt his point production. It's 78 points, and maybe that doesn't jump off the page, but it wasn't like he necessarily played on a powerhouse team. Some concerns about his skating, but he's an all situations type of player, and those players are, truthfully, they're valuable players. I mean, PP, PK, 5-on-5. He's rangy, 6'1". In the videos that I saw, Megan, we talked about this.
Right, we did.
I thought he stayed to the outside a little bit too much for my liking, but
So
that's
there's some
what
improvement there, right?
Yeah,
There's something he can work on coming into this.
But maybe that speaks to maybe not playing with players that that weren't able to finish. So he just kind of if it's a little bit difficult, you don't have the horses to play with. Maybe that's why you shoot from the outside. But all accounts, it sounds like this guy's a very good prospect.
Versatility comes to mind for me with him. He's a guy that can do everything fairly well. And by the way, the one good thing about Brandon, they've got a really good program in the fact that they develop NHL players. It's an NHL factory out there. Kelly McCrimmon, Vegas's GM, is part of the ownership there. They've done a really nice job developing players with the Brandon Wheat Kings.
He seems extremely relaxed.
Doesn't he? Very chill.
There's a new tornado warning.
He knows that's an original Six franchise.
Tornado warning for southwestern Kimball County in the panhandle of Nebraska.
And by the way, you're drafted by the Detroit Red
Go away,
Wings.
Nebraska. We don't care.
I like the fact that there's versatility is the biggest thing that comes to mind in terms of his calling card as a player.
Yeah, and that two-way sort of heart and soul type guy will do well in Detroit. At the WHL said he kind of reminds them of Nugent Hopkins in the early days, maybe with the grit and penalty kill, not quite on the offensive side, but he has that.
Austin Hayes flies out. That's nice.
He is an Edmonton, Alberta native as well, right-handed shot. So again, obviously the Red Wings like smart players. Have Lucas Raymond right now.
Why is it all?
And
did you hear Gary Bettman's announcement?
And keep in mind here, I want to get this in for the fans at home.
Okay.
The Blues have multiple picks here in this draft, in this first round. So let's keep an eye on what the Blues end up doing.
Get some action.
There could be some action with the Blues. They're sitting well, and they don't want to just rebuild. This is a retool for Doug Armstrong. He's aggressive. They won the Cup only a few years ago. And they know that if they can make some key moves this offseason, they can be right back to contending.
Yeah, they're trying to move out D and bring in new D.
That's right.
The forward group looks solid. Maybe they'll bring back Ryan O'Reilly at free agency. Always love to hear from Steve Yzerman, Emily Kaplan.
Steve, where does Nate Danielson fit into your team, both in the short term and long term?
Well, obviously he's a centerman. Truthfully, we feel we need help. We're looking to add at every position. But we like the fact that he's a big, strong two-way centerman. We see him playing in all situations. So I think it's just a valuable type of player to have on your team and your organization.
I asked you last year. I'm going to ask you again. Where are the Detroit Red Wings in your rebuild?
Well, I think I tried to give you a better answer than last year. Obviously, with the picks that we have, with the moves we made at the deadline, we're still in a rebuilding phase. We're still in collecting assets through the draft. We're still there. We're not at a point where we feel like, hey, we can
really start to go for it, so to speak. So we're progressing. I hope to be there sooner than later, but where we are, again, is trying to use these draft picks, use them wisely, and build a stable of good young players.
Thanks, Steve.
Okay, thank you.
I know
Wow.
the Wings are really hoping Ryan Leonard would be there for that selection. That was the guy they really had their
Here's
eye on.
Aaron Hicks.
But again, like Steve Eisman says, you're at the mercy of what the draft board looks like, right?
That's right.
You need some luck.
This is pretty nice.
This could
As I said, once we get to this point, I don't really care about
and then you're bad again this, you get
who all people draft. The Blues, Canucks, Coyotes, Sabres.
Danielson, Detroit Red Wing.
Honestly,
Nate, what does it mean to you to be a Detroit Red Wing?
after this pick, I think I'll end the stream.
Dream of mine ever since I was a little kid get drafted. So
After this pick.
to be a part of the Red Wings, I'm super excited.
Fans in Detroit want to know a little bit more about you. What do you take most pride in as a player?
I think my skating is one of my best parts of my game. Also, I just think I have a very well-rounded game and defensively very responsible and offensively very creative and skilled there.
What players did you model yourself after?
I like Dylan Cousins a lot. He's someone that I've watched, Western guy, so watched him a lot. And then someone else like Nick Suzuki, I've watched him a lot as well.
And what are your expectations for yourself next year?
I'm not really too sure right now. I mean, a ton of emotions going through my head right now, so I'm just super excited to be part of the Red Wings.
Awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, from Detroit to St. Louis, the Blues have 3 first-round picks on the board for the second time in franchise history. Had that in 2007. Took Lars Eller, Ian Cole, David Perron, all have had solid NHL careers.
Yeah, absolutely.
But man, they really are trying to change the face of their team in a big way. We'll see what they do here, how this, is it need-based, and just take the best player available and we'll let him develop at a slow rate.
I think the Blues need a defenseman.
Okay.
If you look at their back, their back end.
Who do you see as the guy that they might take?
There's age. I mean, look, it could be Axel Sandin, Malika.
Yeah.
Could be Wielander.
And their last top 10 pick was Pietrangelo.
Boom. There you go.
There's Doug Armstrong without the tie, the GM.
There's a lot of, the ages of their back end, 30s. I mean, a lot of them are in their 30s, so I think defense they got to grab right here in the first pick.
I'm with you.
Makes sense. When you have 3 picks like they have, there's Doug Armstrong and the GM, Craig Berube,
All right.
head coach, Chief. See
Oh.
what the Blues do, and if they do,
Hicks
indeed, take
opted
that
out.
defenseman with their first of 3 picks.
St. Louis Blues are pleased to select Dvorsky, AIK, Sweden.
Maybe they were
There you go.
surprised he was there at this 10th selection, and they probably view him, Megan, as the best player available, perhaps.
Dvorsky's like Bo Horvat, too. So an incredible player, puck possession, play driver with high stick on puck possession time. He can transport the puck out of the D zone and into the offensive zone, creating offense, and can create on his own shot by carrying the puck and creating space for himself. Was Team Slovakia leading scorer in the 2023 Under-18 World Championships, and he led all forwards in possession time per game. So he likes the puck on his stick at just over 2 minutes.
Well, a lot of Blues like the puck on their stick. Robert Thomas, Jordan Kyrou. At some point, we got to dish it and shoot it, boys. But this is a good guy to get. Again, a strong draft for centers. We mentioned that.
Yes.
And another one goes here. The 4th time 6 centers went in the top 10. Happened in 2006, 2011, and 2017.
Well, I can tell you that Craig Berube wants guys that compete.
Correct.
And
Yeah, he does.
the calling card in this guy is that he competes. He plays a 200-foot game. And if you don't do that in Craig Berube's system, you're going to have a problem. And I think this is a guy that perhaps, I don't know if a lot of prognosticators had him sliding to 10, but the fact that he was available against
There you go.
ice, when we talk about what's the most important position.
All right, I think I'm going to end it here. This was very nice to see. I was just more interested if we can get Fantilli. But I'm so happy I did not have to react to me dying inside. I really am. So, all right, I'm going to go make fun of Morgan. So I'll talk to y'all later. Thank you all for coming out. Man,
And you think of what the factor, Ryan O'Reilly.
nice to see that we got Fantilli. Pretty happy about that. Okay, take luck.
Craig Berube, Chief, there he is there. Outstanding coach.